If you're anything like me, you like discovering new content creators on the platform. I can't tell you how many times I found this one video of a dude and then I've watched everything else in their library. And so I stumbled upon this channel called Blackthornprod. He's pretty cool. He's relatively young developer who's making games solo, sometimes with his brother, and he lives somewhere in Europe. So I was looking at his style, and I gotta say it's pretty unique, and it's fairly like simple looking, and that's a really good thing if you're an indie game developer, since especially someone like him who does the code and I'm assuming the music too, and he's also doing the art, and having a style like this could be super useful because you wouldn't have to spend ridiculous amount of hours working on art, especially if you're doing 3D. Like I do 3D, I have to spend ridiculous amounts of hours of work just to get something remotely looking. And he's pretty talented. He's pretty talented dude overall. So I really like his videos, and in one of his videos he was mentioning that he has a game jam coming up very soon. So I got really interested and I wanted to participate in the game jam, but I thought before I do that I should do something like practice in his style, because I do want to make a game during the game jam of his style but in 3D, which is where my focus is. And that will be a bit challenging because he has a very unique style with very thick black strokes and very vibrant colors. I've realized that, so that's going to be a bit challenging. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that game jam. So I started off here. The first sketch I did was horrible, and then I painted something else. If you don't know, I'm basically drawing myself as the character. So I have a slight red beard, little to no hair on my head, and I'm drawing myself holding the Wacom as a shield and the traditional ink as a weapon. I don't know why the traditional ink and not just the Wacom's pen, but sure, why not? I tried to do hat, but because I wear a lot of hats, but that just didn't feel right. So here I start filling out the silhouette. I got inspired to do this by one of his works where he painted Geralt of Rivia, basically the Witcher, and surrounding him were a swarm of enemies as silhouettes, and I thought that was a beautiful idea, so I wanted to replicate that. His style generally, like the topics he draws about, are kind of very dark but yet humorous in nature. So that was pretty unique. That's something I actually do with my art, whether it's 2D or 3D. I do that all the time and make it look cute, but hey, there's a much more darker undertone to it. So generally he doesn't have ears and nose in his drawings, but that's something more my style, so I decided to just put that there. And I wear a lot of Adidas, so I started adding those iconic white stripes on my clothes so I can look like this, you know, Eastern European gopnik looking dude. At this point I realized that just the colors were super contrasting with each other and it was too super harsh, so I needed some white to break off the contrast and make it much more comfortable visually. So eventually I just needed to add more white to make it really balanced properly, so I painted myself white, my face and my hands. So I wanted to add some texture because I didn't want to leave it like that solid, and I've seen some of his works, he uses a lot of textures and I find that cool, I found that interesting. I use a lot of textures too, so I wanted to add something to the background at least, just to make it look a bit different. So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and yeah, I'm looking forward for this game jam whenever it happens. I think it's next month, and I'll look forward to watching more videos of Blackthornprod. Thank you for watching, guys.